Hey, this is Boricua Science Nation Live. Okay, no, I don't have nobody right now watching me, but wait a little bit because I want to talk about what I was talking about yesterday. The thing is that yesterday I was talking about that Blue Blood was saying that the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury was going to happen. A judge just told just um ruled against Tyson Fury. Okay, Tyson Fury will have to fight Deontay Wilder, even if he doesn't want, he will have to fight. Okay, I have an article here, an article, the Express. The Express is from the UK, right? That is a newspaper from the UK, the Express. There you have it. So it says like this: Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury clash in jeopardy as Deontay Wilder manager confirms talks. Okay, this was today. This article was today. Okay, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have been touted in on one of the biggest British boxing bouts in years. One of the biggest fights in British, I mean, in history. You can say that these two guys, they just, they're talking about like this guys are the end of the world, and they're not. You know, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury ha, has boxing fans salivating. Boxing fans salivating. I mean, you mean British fans of boxing and the media in the U.S. Not boxing fans as a whole. Not all the boxing fans want to see this guy's fight. Maybe Britain. If you tell me the UK fans want to see this fight, I will believe you. But not fans. You cannot put all of the fans want to fight. I want to see the anti Wilder fight. I want Tyson Fury to fight the anti Wilder, and I know millions of other Americans want to see it again. Okay, so take a look at this. As the two British heavyweights could finally take on one another in the ring. However, the Gypsy King is obligated to fight Deontay Wilder for a third time, as the Bronze Bomber has a rematch clause in the contract for the second match between the two. Okay, let's keep reading. Joshua versus Fury is in jeopardy after the latest comments made by Wilder's manager Shelley Finkel. AJ retained his IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight titles. Where's the WBA? They're mentioning only three. Yeah, the IBO is useless. The WBA, they're not mentioning the WBA here. Titles after beating Kubla Pulev in December, and fight against Fury was immediately touted. Okay, after defeating Wilder, the Gypsy King became the first British boxer to hold the WBC belt since Lennox Lewis. Okay, so let's keep down reading. A unification fight between the two best British heavyweights has had fans celebrating in anticipation. Once again, a lie, a lie. That's a lie. But Wilder could throw a spanner in the works by demanding a rematch, which would be a third fight between him and Fury, and he is entitled to do so. Okay, he's entitled to do so. The Bronze Bomber immediately triggered the clause, which was included as part of the deal for the match following his loss to the 32-year-old in February 2020. However, coronavirus, I have been saying this for a long time, for a long time, coronavirus threw all plans out of the window and made any potential fight impossible for a span of time. Okay, the coronavirus was the cause that didn't let this fight happen. Okay, it wasn't Deontay Wilder like many people are saying. Okay, Deontay Wilder was quiet. He wasn't saying anything. He didn't want the fight. He let the contract expire. No, he didn't. The one who was speaking was Tyson Fury. He didn't want to fight without fans, and that's right here. Okay, but Wilder still has every intention of taking Fury on once again, as confirmed by his manager Finkel. Okay, he told World Boxing News that the mediation between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury has not yet ended. When a fight would take place remains to be seen, but heavyweight boxer Kevin Johnson has told fans that it will happen with the match contractually obligated to go ahead. It will be Fury versus Wilder 100%, it says. This heavyweight, Johnson said, if people now know the logistic contract and promotional side, Fury can't fight anybody until he fights Wilder. I have said that many times as well, many times. Okay, that's a legitimate contract. Fury can try and try and try, but his team is smart and they're not going to risk a massive lawsuit or him getting stripped of all the titles. Well, he's only have one title. Oh, but if he goes and fight Anthony Joshua and beats Anthony Joshua, he will get stripped of all the titles, all the belts. If he does that, okay. Okay. So it will be Fury versus Wilder 3. Okay, that's black and white. We can't change that. It If a trilogy fight does go ahead, it will mean Joshua may have to look elsewhere for his next bout. Alexander Usyk is the mandatory challenger for the WBO title, and the Ukrainian could well be AJ's next opponent. There you go. There you go. This right here. Take a look at it in the Express. This is a newspaper from British. Take a look up there. Express.co.uk. Okay? Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury clash in jeopardy. There you have it. There you have it. Blue Blood was saying it yesterday, and today I found this news article. So Tyson Fury cannot fight Anthony Joshua. He's gonna have to fight Deontay Wilder next. Okay, that is the fight that this guy has to make. He cannot go fight anyone else. Anyone else. He's got a contract that says that he has to fight Deontay Wilder. And let's say that none of them have any, or we can say that maybe Tyson Fury has more to blame than even Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder not speaking doesn't mean anything. Okay, because he doesn't have to speak if the fight was scheduled to be on July. Okay, and there was just already they were making UFC fights by that time without fans. They could fight without fans. There's pay per view. In pay per view you could watch the fight. Many people will watch a fight like that in pay per view, because many people want to watch that fight. Deontay Wilder against Tyson Fury 3. Many people want to watch, millions of people, because they want to be sure if Tyson Fury cheated or not. I'm one of them, and I know you could be one of them. Okay, so let's start with this: that Deontay Wilder was the one who didn't want to fight because he wasn't speaking. He was quiet. He was silent. He wasn't saying anything. He doesn't have to say anything. The fight was scheduled for July, and Tyson Fury said that he didn't want to fight without fast in June. In June, okay, and there were just fights scheduled, and I think there were even boxing match by that time. And the fight between Lomachenko and Tofimo Lopez was in September. It was. So this year we have had big fights, and then they changed it to December, and that's when when Tyson Fury came up and said that the contract had expired. When it was Bob Bottom who changed that who put that date, December 19th. Brandon Fielding, salute, just checking in. The truth always prevails, brother. Love the unbiased content. Okay, salute to you, Brandon. Salute. Good night, brother. Um, it's like that, you know. It is like that. It's the truth, and the truth will prevail. And Deontay Wilder, this guy will have to fight Deontay Wilder. It will be in the first months of next year. So next year we're gonna be. It could be on February or March. Okay, the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. And I'm not going to tell you I told you so, but I did. I did say it. So I said that this fight was going to happen, and that Tyson Fury would have to fight Deontay Wilder. He can't escape that fight. Deontay Wilder is just the ghost of the heavyweight division. This guy is crazy. Anthony Joshua is crazy to fight Tyson Fury. Like he wasn't when Deontay Wilder had the title. He wasn't crazy to fight Deontay Wilder, but he was crazy to fight Tyson Fury. Brandon Fowler says, "Before I go, Fury is not getting back in that ring with Wilder." I believe so, and that's something that I have said as well. If he doesn't do that, if he doesn't do it, he will have to give up his title, his belt. Brandon, we'll have to give up the belt here. We will have at least drop the belt, and Deontay Wilder will have to fight for that belt against another guy. It could be Dylan White who will get knocked out, but that's gonna be like a murder scene. He's gonna destroy that clown. Fury knows he will truly be fighting his for his life. That's right. That's right, Brando. That's right, man. He knows that he cheated, and he knows that this time he won't be able to cheat, and he knows that Deontay Wilder is just going to destroy him. He knows it. He knows it. Brandon says a thief will hold on to something as long as he can. That's right. That is why he's just if he was Brandon, if this guy was a guy that really wanted to fight Deontay Wilder, he wouldn't be in court with Deontay Wilder. If he's like I have always said, if he's a fighting man, like he says, I'm a fighting man. I fight anybody. I would knock out Deontay Wilder again. I would knock him out. I would destroy him. Okay, if you're gonna destroy Deontay Wilder again, so easy. Why not fight him? Fight him. Why go to court? Why waste time? Why waste time? Just like Brandon is saying, he's holding on to the title. That's all he's doing. He's wasting time. He's got the heavyweight division on hostage, on hold. That's what he's doing. That's what Tyson Fury is doing. He's just holding on to the titles, and he doesn't want to know about Deontay Wilder. He just wants to know about Anthony Joshua. That's all. That is all he wants. He wants to fight Anthony Joshua. He doesn't want to do nothing with Deontay Wilder because he knows he cheated. Let me show you something. Let me show you something that I saw today. Because Deontay Wilder is there, Deontay Wilder is there. Take a look at it. Take a look at what Deontay Wilder is doing here. Let me show it to you again at the beginning. Okay, so we'll start. We'll start. Look at that. Take a look at that. There you go, Deontay Wilder just having fun, man. Random, he's just having fun. Deontay Wilder, he's there. Where's Tyson Fury? Where's Tyson Fury, man? Random. Facts, brother. That's right. Facts. Take it. Let's check out Tyson Fury. Let's check him out. Tyson Fury. Okay. The Gypsy King. The Gypsy Queen. Take a look. He's going back to the Coke. Take a look at this. He loves Tony Montana, man. He loves Tony Montana, so he's going back to that cocaine, man, to that white stuff. Okay, he's going back. You will see him. You will see him. He didn't want to fight. Vladimir Klitschko. He made some excuses. He came out. He came out dirty to the fight. He was dirty in the first fight, and he came out dirty for the second fight. And then he went out like he was on depression, like he was getting all fat, all uglier than what he is already, and then making excuses, you know. And that's the same thing he's gonna do now. That's the same thing, just like Brandon said, you know. He just doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder again. He doesn't want. You can't even see the whites in his eyes totally delete facts. That's right. That's right. This guy, I'm telling you, man, this guy, Tyson Fury, is a fraud, man. He's a fake. He's a fake. You know? And I gotta tell it like it is. I gotta tell it like it is. Like when the other day I made the video about this guy Drew Titan when he was interviewing Sugar Hill, where he told them all the truth in his face, man. All the truth. He told them about the gloves. He told them about all the things that this guy did in the ring. And he told them the he was what did he call? He called him a sellout. He called him a sellout. He called Sugar Hill a sellout. He told them about Nicholas Asbury. The guy said that he didn't know anything about Nicholas Asbury. He didn't know nothing about Nicholas Asbury. I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. You know that these people all they do is lie. From Bob Bottom to Sugar Hill to all his team, everybody. Eddie Hearns is the other one who's another big ass liar who wants this fight because he thinks that the Anthony Joshua has got a better opportunity of beating Tyson Fury than beating Deontay Wilder. He's crazy to make this fight. He's crazy, but Anthony Joshua has no chance against any of these guys. Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury will beat this guy. This guy got beat by. And this is not. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but Andy Ruiz is not a guy who's supposed to beat a Anthony Joshua. And then in the second fight, Anthony Joshua came with this with a strategic of of running from this little guy who doesn't have any reach, who doesn't have any power, who's real small. And you think he's gonna be able to do that against Tyson Fury, who's longer, who's taller, who doesn't have he could have the same power that Andy Ruiz has, you know, because Tyson Fury doesn't have any power. He's a pedal fist, just like Deontay Wilder says. He's a pedal fist. Okay, so let's start with this with this lies, man. It is all lies. It is all lies. You know, I always I try to show the facts and evidence. You know, people, the fans of Tyson Fury are always coming out saying, you guys can't handle the Tyson Fury, the Deontay Wilder loss. And Tyson Fury destroyed him. He just smashed Deontay Wilder. In the first fight, Tyson Fury wasn't ready. Man, do you think that a guy who gets knocked out in the last round can get up and keep fighting like this guy did? If he's not ready, if it's not 100%, this guy was 100% for that fight. If he wasn't, then this guy what's his name Vini Paciencia is right when he's saying this guy is using human hormones and pets and using stuff to keep him strong like this guy was, because man, that was a real ugly knockdown, man. Any other referee would have stopped that fight. That's why I said that those two referees were sold, or were bought. The Jack Reese and Kenny Baines, the both of them, because Jack Reese just helped this guy get up, and Kenny Bayless didn't see the hits behind the head. He didn't see the elbows in Deontay Wilder's face. He didn't see the head butts. He didn't see this guy choking Deontay Wilder. He only took 1 point away. The first knockdown was a hit behind the head. The second knockdown was this guy tripped Deontay Wilder. So this guy didn't knock down Deontay Wilder in any time in the fight, at least legally. Legally. And Deontay Wilder was just falling by himself. Deontay Wilder was not himself. When he says that he wasn't himself, we can see that he wasn't himself. We can see it. We have seen Deontay Wilder get hit hard by a guy who hits harder, because Luis Ortiz hits harder than Tyson Fury. Even if you people don't want to believe it, the ones the support Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is not a puncher. He accumulates punches. You know, he throws a lot of punches. He could get a stoppage from hitting his opponents a lot of times. You know, when he gets him in a corner, like he got Deontay Wilder in that round, in the seventh round, but Deontay Wilder was still fighting. He was still fighting. You know, it was not like Deontay Wilder wasn't throwing punches. He was still throwing punches. And if the guy is throwing punches, you got to let him fight. And the Deontay Wilder's corner made the mistake, at least Mark Breland, to throw the towel, because Deontay Wilder is a puncher. He can just take, bring a punch out from nowhere and knock this guy out. at any point in the fight. He missed a lot of punches. He missed a lot of. It wasn't that this guy was just evading Deontay Wilder's punches, because Deontay Wilder hit this guy at the beginning of the fight in the first and second round with two great right hands. Well, Deontay Wilder wasn't himself. He wasn't himself. You know, and we could see that. We could see that. You know, I have to make my live streams shorter, because uh, I still don't have a lot of subscribers. But when it gets some more subscribers, I'm gonna be more time with you people, my people, my subscribers, and I gotta put the notifications of the live streams like 3 or 4 days before, so you people can know about it, because some of you, I know that some of you are working, some of you are at this time they are just sleeping, because right here it's 11 o'clock. Maybe where you live is um 12 or 1 o'clock, because I live in Puerto Rico. You might live in the West Coast in the US, where it's late, real late. It's like 2 or 3 hours late, the difference from Puerto Rico and the West Coast. And in the East Coast of the United States, it could be 1 hour or even 2 hours. Because when I was living in Chicago, by this time, there's a 2 hour difference. I don't know if in Chicago right now it's earlier, 2 hours earlier, or 2 hours late. Like 2 hours difference. Like right here is 11, and in Chicago could be right now 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so I have to make my videos a little bit earlier, and at the same time, just put them in the notifications earlier as well. I think that the few of you who come into my live stream, I thank you, and for your support. And like Brandon, who came in, and he gave his opinions. I love that. I love to speak to you guys, so you could come in and just comment, and we can have a conversation, and and we could have a good time. This is not about just attacking. This is about trying to have a discussion. Sometimes with a person who disagrees with me, he could come in and start calling me names, telling me things that don't have anything to do with what I'm talking about. When he could come in and just um, ask me, but why do you think that? Why do you think that? Well, there's the evidence there. We have evidence. We have evidence. Even boxers say, even this guy Drew Titan told Sugar Hill that not even Tommy Hearns, who was called Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Tommy the Hitman Hearns never hit a guy, a made a dent to his head, like Tyson Fury did to Deontay Wilder. So we don't know how Deontay Wilder is going to come back from this. Okay, maybe Deontay Wilder comes and fight Tyson Fury a third time, and he gets knocked out because his brain, his skull in his head is just damaged already. And if he gets hit there hard, you know, because I'm not saying that the Tyson Fury is just, we call him a pillow fist just to make fun of him, because he doesn't have that punching power that many other boxers have. You know, like Anthony Joshua, who can punch, Deontay Wilder, who's the biggest puncher. You know, he doesn't have the same power, but he can hit. If he hits you and he gets you with many punches at the same time, he could drop you, and the referee could come in and stop the fight if he starts hitting the guy, and the guy doesn't throw punches back. Like I was telling you, that Deontay Wilder was throwing punches. Deontay Wilder didn't stop from throwing punches. He was throwing punches, man. So it is what it is. This fight is gonna happen. Blue Blood said it. I read it to you right there from the Express from the UK. From the UK. Okay. So you got to understand this guy. The Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. He just doesn't want to fight. I understand why. I understand why. I understand. I want to change the subject to the 168 pounds. I love that. And this guy, Ryan Garcia, who is from the lightweight division, he won the fight. I didn't know that this guy Campbell was a gold medal winner in the Olympics, but the guy had three losses already. Sometimes it's like the Heisman Trophy winner in college. Sometimes you can get a player from college, a number one pick or a number two pick, and the number 10th pick is better than the number one and number two pick. Um I got something to show you, okay? Because today the Chicago Bears, that's my team. They played the Green Bay Packers. They lost to the Green Bay Packers. And the Green Bay Packers, I knew, I wanted my team to win, but I knew the Green Bay Packers are just too good of a team. This team could go all the way this year. They can win the Super Bowl. And there's the this is the NFC and the AFC. We have the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. And these two teams are good teams. I don't know which one of these two teams will win, but it's going to be one of those two teams against the Green Bay Packers or maybe the Saints, the New Orleans Saints, or even the Seahawks. But I think that I give a big chance to the Packers. And if you see the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, we say good quarterback, not a great quarterback, but a good quarterback. You know, um, he was a number two, and this guy, the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, his last name is Mahomes, but his first name, the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback right now in the NFL. Okay, so if you won a gold medal in boxing, that doesn't mean that you're gonna be great. Okay, you can win the bronze medal like Deontay Wilder did and be better. Okay, because this guy lost to Lomachenko. That was one of the fights he lost. But the other two fights, the three fights were by decision. But the other two fights that he lost, the guys weren't too good. That they weren't too. The you cannot call those guys great fighters. Great fighters. Because many people say, "Oh, but who Deontay Wilder has fought? Who Man, Deontay Wilder has been knocking out everybody. Everybody. Deontay Wilder knocked out Dominic Brazil in the first round. It took Anthony Joshua 7 rounds to knock him out. And that was when Anthony Joshua was knocking out everybody. Because Anthony Joshua knocked out almost everybody till he fought Vladimir Klitschko. After he fought Vladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua wasn't the same. He was fighting like scared of getting knocked out. When you lose that confidence, when you lose that confidence, it's not the same. And Vladimir Klitschko almost beat him. Almost beat him. No, so when Anthony Joshua was the Anthony Joshua who was knocking out almost everybody, he knocked out Dominic Garcia in the seventh round, and Deontay Wilder knocked him out in the first round. So if you want to make comparisons, there's a great comparison right there. Okay, that's a great comparison. Deontay Wilder will knock out Dillian White real easy. That's a small guy, and Deontay Wilder against small guys, he just destroys them. He will knock out Povetkin real easy. This guy, the Alexander Usyk could be a little bit more difficult because he's a lefty and he can move. You know, he can move pretty well. You know, he's a boxer, but Deontay Wilder will still knock him out. Still knock him out. He's too small. You know, so Deontay Wilder is still the best of the heavyweight division. I don't know why people try to make this fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury the biggest fight in heavyweight when it's not. It's not. Coffee's cold. Deontay Wilder is still the okay. Um, and I want to touch on the Ryan Garcia is his name, the Mexican who won yesterday. He was he has to fight Devin Haney now. That's going to be a great fight, man. I hope that fight happens. I hope this big fights happen. I want to see Terrence Crawford against Edgar Spence, man. I want to see Canelo Alvarez fighting Caleb Plant. I don't want to see Canelo Alvarez fighting Billy Joe Saunders. I want to see him fighting Caleb Plant or David Benavides. I want to see Tyson Fury fighting Deontay Wilder again. So we can see who's right and who's wrong. Because if many of you people who say that you cannot see this guy cheated, well, we're gonna see that in the third fight. He beats Deontay Wilder easy again. Okay, like he did in the second fight. And 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 he's real shaked out. His gloves are shaked out. We could be everybody could be really sure that this guy didn't cheat. So then I will go like this. Great for you, Tyson. You beat Deontay Wilder fair and square. Okay, great for you. Okay, but right now he doesn't even want to fight Deontay Wilder. He doesn't even want to fight him. Okay, so if he doesn't need if he doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder, what does that tell you? He wants to fight Anthony Joshua. Why? To be undisputed, well, beat Deontay Wilder first because you beat him real easy. If you beat Deontay Wilder real easy, you can beat him again. You can beat him again and again and again and again and again. You have no problem beating him. So just beat Deontay Wilder. Beat him. Okay. The thing is that right now I would like to see Edgar Berlanga fighting better opposition this year, and he's gonna fight a better man in June after the Puerto Rican parade. Okay, so after the Puerto Rican parade, he's gonna fight a tougher opponent. He's gonna fight in March, and then he's gonna fight in June. Maybe in March he's gonna fight another guy, maybe a prospect, a undefeated prospect. I hope he fights this guy who beat Ulises Sierra. The last fight the last fighter that Edgar Berlanga beat uh, was beat by a undefeated fighter before he got beat by Edgar Berlanga. I hope Edgar Berlanga fights that guy who I think he's 9-0. and then he fights a better opposition in June in the Madison Square Garden. If the pandemic is controlled by June, and you will see that stadium packed, packed up by Puerto Ricans and by many other people because they're comparing this kid with Mike Tyson. And why did the people like Mike Tyson so much? Not, not only because he was a knockout puncher, because Deontay Wilder is a knockout puncher, but because of his aggressiveness. Just like Edgar Verlander. Edgar Verlander is aggressive, man. He goes in there and he just goes in there to knock you out. Okay? So 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 Edgar Berlanga is just a type of fighter, um, 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 like Mike Tyson, but with more boxing. Edgar Berlanga could go round. You know, many people say that he has to prove himself. He has to go more rounds, go more rounds, because he's not gonna go fight David Benavidez right now. He's not gonna go fight Canelo Alvarez right now. He's still gonna fight like three more fights before fighting any of those guys. Okay, so in he could fight three times this year, or maybe four. And we don't know because he could get injured, and an injury could make him miss a fight. Okay, but if he doesn't get injured and he knocks out his next opponent in the first round again, or in the second round, he could be ready in 2 more months to fight another guy. Okay, so he could fight 4 times this year. So he's gonna get better opposition, better names. So sometimes there are names because you see this guy is going up. Like the guy he fought the last time, Ulises Sierra. That's a good fight. And it's a good and strong fighter. This guy got hit by his last opponent the whole fight. They were going at it all the fight, hitting each other. Bang, 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 all the fight. He was good all the punches the other guy gave him. But when he got in the ring with real punches, he got knocked out in the first round. Okay, that's the difference from a puncher and a pillow. What we call a pillow. Okay? That's the thing. We gotta understand. We gotta understand that Deontay Wilder is a puncher. He's a puncher. He's a guy who will go in there and he will just destroy anybody who gets in front of him. But he's not aggressive. He's gonna go in there and he's gonna throw his jab and he's gonna look for the opening like he did with David Ortiz in the second fight. He waited for the moment, like he did it against Spilka. He waited for the moment and when that punch landed, and he's a one punch fighter, one punch. Deontay Wilder only needs one punch to knock out anybody. Anybody. You're gonna tell me Tyson Fury wasn't ready when Deontay Wilder hit him with 2 punches. He got him with the right hand, and then he hit him with the left hand to knock him down. And the guy got up, even when he didn't got up in time. He didn't got up in time. He got up, and not only that, he kept fighting. He didn't get knocked out, knocked down again. So the guy wasn't ready. Getting hit by the biggest puncher maybe in history, and he wasn't ready. Come on, just come on. Okay, let's be real to ourselves. Let's be real. We gotta talk the truth. Tyson Fury cannot be trusted, and any of his people, any of the people who work with him, any of them. So this time around, he's gonna be washed, man. He's gonna be washed, Like, man, everybody right now is checking out gloves. Everybody, all the other fighters are checking out the gloves. They're checking out everything, so they can be sure that there's nothing wrong with his opponent, or his opponent is trying to get an advantage against him. And that was something that Mayweather did all the time. Mayweather never gave his opponent any advantage. He didn't fight Manny Pacquiao till Manny Pacquiao took the Olympic style testing. He didn't fight Maidana in the second fight. He even paid Maidana so he could change his glove, because the commission wanted to let Maidana use those gloves that didn't have no padding. And they say that the commission is there for what? For what? For nothing. The commission doesn't care. All they care is for the money. All they care is the money. It's like a how do you call it? These places where you go in it and play poker, you play all kinds of machines. That's a many maker. You could go in there, and sometimes you could go in a machine this machines that you could put nickels or dimes or pennies or quarters in them. And you could get maybe you could get lucky and get $500, $1,000. Do you think those people are losing money? Those people are not losing money. Those people are winning. That's why they're there. They're there because they're winning. It is all a trick. You know? The commission, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the casino, the casino, and they have a lot of them in Las Vegas, where Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury. The casinos are a crap. That is a lie. There are people who have they're addicted to this machine. There are people who cannot pass a week without going to a casino and wasting all their money there. Just like with the drugs, just like with the cocaine, with weed, with any other drug that you can use. Even alcohol, if you're an alcoholic, you will not stop drinking you waste cents. It's the same thing in the casino. The same thing. You will go in a casino and you will waste all your money. That's if you're addicted to it. I could go into a casino and I could go with maybe $50 and waste them, but I won't waste more than that. And if I get from $50, if I get $500, I take them and I go home. And I go or I go someplace else to waste that money. But I won't put that money in there again. Waste it. No way. If I win, I'm getting out of there. But there are people who win $500, $1,000, and they waste it again. It is just the thing to see the machine. Just I don't even understand why the people do that. It's the same thing in boxing. That is a business. Boxing is a business. Okay. So right now, what happened to Deontay Wilder could happen to anyone, and they won't do anything. Margarito Chief Cotto, nobody cares. Nobody cares. They have to cut the guy before the fight. If the fight goes through, there's nothing you can do. Nothing. Even right now, Deontay Wilder could go to court and maybe he could lose the case with all the evidence that he has. Because it is the power, it is the power of the money. It is the power of Las Vegas. It is the reputation and the name. That is what is going on there. Let me speak a little bit more about Edgar Verlander because man, I hope this kid is for real. And and I got a feeling that he is for real. He's gonna be. Man, right now he's big. Right now he's famous. He hasn't fought one maybe 10. He's famous already. Everybody's talking about this kid. Everybody. I had an article they were talking about him, saying that just he's just everywhere. This kid is everywhere. Everybody's talking about him. He's always in social media. He's always talking, having fun. You know, with his family, social media, with his friends. He's got all the fingers backing him up. It's not only Puerto Rican because he was born in New York, so he's a New Yorker. Just like he's in Puerto Rico, he's in New York. But people from New York were supportive. He's from New York. He was born there. It's like Americans. I'm an American. I live in Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico is not a state. It is a U.S. territory. We are citizens of the United States. The only thing we cannot do in the United States is vote. We cannot vote for the president. We have almost all the other advantages that the other states have here in Puerto Rico. So the thing is that we as Puerto Rican, I was born in Chicago. The Puerto Ricans born here in Puerto Rico, they're Americans. They could go to the U.S. whenever they want. They can come back, go back over there. They're Americans. And the thing is that Garcia is an American Puerto Rican. He was born over there. He was born over there. And over there he's just real famous already. He's only got 16 fights. Just imagine when this kid has like 25 fights, when he has a title or some titles, he gets this. Just imagine how much money is this kid gonna win. This kid is gonna be the next Mayweather. If he gets it, I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. And I feel so um, privileged to watch him fight. I'm crazy to watch him again. I want to watch him again. Like I want to watch Deontay Wilder fight. I love to see Deontay Wilder fight. I love because he's a fighter. He might not be the greatest boxer, but if you have a good jab, if you're athletic like Deontay Wilder, he moves, he throws the jab, and he's always watching for the opportunity to get that right hand in, knock out his opponent. What else do you need? What else do you need? You don't need nothing else, anything else. On the other hand, Edgar Berlanga is more of a boxer punch. Edgar Berlanga throws combinations, many combinations. He go to the body. It's not that Deontay Wilder doesn't go to the body; he goes to the body as well. But Edgar Berlanga will go to the body and up. So body, bang, 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 bang. You know, he could throw many punches. the right hook, the left hook, and goes to the body. Who use the uppercut. Deontay Wilder doesn't use uppercuts a lot. He doesn't throw many combinations. To go like hit you pound with a body shot and go up to the head with his right hand, but he doesn't use many combinations. But Deontay Wilder is a great boxer, a great champion. To me, Deontay Wilder hasn't lost. Deontay Wilder will be back. Deontay Wilder will beat Tyson Fury in the third fight if Tyson Fury is man enough to face him again. So I think he's going to drop the belt. Because he's not talking about it. You saw him in that short video that I showed you, laughing and looking like confident. Because that video was I don't know if that video was today, but that was the last video he posted on Instagram. I think that video was today. So I really hope that he fights Deontay Wilder to get his revenge. So I quiero salud my people from Puerto Rico at the beginning. Bueno, saludar a toda mi gente de Puerto Rico. Dios los bendiga a todos. Los quiero saludar a ustedes. Saludar a mi gente de Chicago. Saludar a toda la gente de los Estados Unidos. Bueno, salud my people from Puerto Rico, from Chicago, the United States, the greatest nation in the world. Hoorah! Okay. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to this channel, to the Boricua Science Station channel. Don't forget to subscribe to it. Just let's keep on growing, making this page grow, and you will see you won't regret it. I will be there, and there will come a time where I will be interviewing this guy, and I hope that I could someday interview Edgar Verlander and these other fighters. Because I can speak English and Spanish, you know. So if there's some boxers that cannot speak English, I could interview them in Spanish and then translate it to you, you know, translate it to you. So I can do it. And I will do it with your help. Okay. Thanks a lot, my people. Don't forget to comment, share, and like. Okay. Thanks a lot. God bless Israel. God bless the United States of America. And God bless you all, my people. Okay. I will see you in my next video.